You know how your mind goes blank whenever you make a YouTube video? Well, at least some of you, including me. It's I'm always assuming there's a person at the other end of the video, so when I'm talking to the webcam, my mind goes blank because I don't know. I really don't know why. And people say, well, I say it's because I'm nervous. Other people say it's because they're anxious. But I'm just wondering, like, what is the biomechanical reason for how anxiety or nervousness leads to a blank mind? It's pretty confusing to me. So what I like to do is just pretend that there is no one at the other end, which is true. We're talking to a machinery. It's just that once we imagine that once we publish it, it might be different. Um, so yeah, I'm just talking to myself right now. I'm talking to myself, it's okay. But aging. I guess this is a good way to review aging, and I've also noticed that if you're rocking around your chair like that, people don't like it. If you aren't staring at the webcam, people don't like it. If you're looking down, people don't like it. If you look to the side, people are thinking that you're reading off a script. You know, every little thing, there is some sort of expectation that people expect some sort of correctness out of making a YouTube video. I mean, even though the expectations people have aren't what the what they're like aren't realistic. You don't when you're talking to someone, you're not um, narrating everything. Um, you're just talking to them normally. This so it's like the whole expectation on the internet when you're talking, you don't really you talk with some sort of stutter. Most people, at least, if you don't rehearse it. And many of these videos, they talk, they cut, they talk and cut. That's how it is, and it's so smooth that you don't notice it. And so the normal talking, such as what I'm doing now, becomes abnormal, or is regarded as abnormal. And videos like these are usually weird to people now. The normal life is weird on the internet for some reason. So that's a problem for me because I like to I want to talk about aging. I want to get my message across, but I freeze up. And I know I read a lot about aging. I read a lot about biochemistry, computer science, AutoCAD, and yet I have no way to communicate any of that stuff, which is see then I always have a weird format that I use when I'm talking to the internet. It's different than by talking to my friends or anything like that. The format is I have something to say, or it's like stutter plus something like some sort of message, like I have to do this, and then I add the word which is, and then this is I say which is even before I think of what to say after when I say which is. I have like a weird sort of setup already, and I don't know what I'm going to say already. And as I continue to talk, everything becomes more and more flowing. I start to form a message. Like whenever I'm talking, I don't have a message, but then I start to form an idea. Such as right now, thinking about whatever I'm doing at AutoCAD 3ds. I'm thinking about modeling everything I've learned in biochemistry. I'm thinking about modeling everything I've learned in aging. But the hardest thing I've noticed about making videos on YouTube or anything in front of the webcam is how do you set up that first idea? What and then the part of the voice when you don't have the idea, you can't fit in everything you've learned about your tone, about all your you just can't make it sound interesting until you have an idea. And I guess the whole idea right now is talking about people like me not having an idea in the first place to begin with, and then starting out and then having an idea later. And now I'm out of ideas, which is weird. See, and there it goes again, which is weird. Which is weird. Then dot dot dot. We expect something after it, but I'm not. I'm not. I don't have anything in my mind that's after it. And then you notice that your voice starts to get more nasally and nasally as you become more and more nervous. And then that's the problem. I don't know. Leave some comments as if it happens to you, because I don't know how people like other people on the internet, like Ray William Johnson, and well, I do know they memorize it, and then They say it, they cut it, and they do it. They repeat it for like a billion times, and then they spend like hours, like 10 hours, editing it. And have ideas. And that's the awkward part. You're out of ideas. You can only stare.